What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. If I sound a little stuffed up, it's because the allergies been hitting me hard the past couple days, so I apologize for that. But a couple videos back, we got this hydraulic rock breaker, hammer, whatever you want to call it, all mounted up and installed on the excavator, and we tried it. I didn't try it for too long though because I didn't have the appropriate grease. I now have the appropriate grease, so I want to get this thing greased up to spec and give it a shot. I really don't want to do any damage to this thing, so I kind of just used it for about 10 minutes, tried it out, saw that it worked, and put it down. It's been about a week and a half since then. I've just been so busy, but I got a little bit of time now, and I have the grease. So we're going to get this thing greased up, cleaned up a little bit, and go ahead and keep trying to break the big rock on the road up here. Now, everybody that I've talked to had said that greasing these things is the most important part. Just keep it greased, keep it well lubricated, and you should be good. So that is my intention. I have found, I know there's one grease fitting right here. There might be some more. I think there's another one down in here. They're all kind of built up, caked in with mud. So I'm gonna scrape and clean those up, and we're gonna see what's going on inside. So we got all sorts of stuff caked up in there. Looks like old grease, you know, mixed with dirt, which is good. We'll take that. Just greasing everything up here. New grease fitting. Trying to use up this tube of grease before I put the new grease in, which is that tube down there. Let's see if this puppy takes. I broke my tripod yesterday, so, and the magnet mount, so I'm waiting on a new tripod and a magnet mount to come in. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Machine is now greased. We gotta raise this boom up. They say to grease this hammer with it down, fully compressed. So we'll try that. So this is the grease my buddy welder Chris excuse me, recommended I use. This is what they use on their big hammers. They have, you know, full size, you know, 30-ton excavators with huge rock breaking hammers on them. So if it's good enough for those, it should be good enough for me. I got a brand new grease gun. Yeah, here it is. This came from the Force chipper, but it came with a brand new grease gun. And look at that, even one of the, like a knockoff Lock and Lube quick coupler. Wow, this is it's a serious grease gun. Oh, what is that? Pressure on there? I don't think I really need any of that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad using this grease gun. This is like, first of all, it's huge because of this whole contraption on it, and it's a rigid thing. I kind of feel bad. I don't know. I should probably just get another grease gun, a normal one. The thing is, I have like 5 grease guns already, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do. You know, I keep one by the Eastimate, I keep one in the International, I keep one in the Excavator, I have one in the garage, but you know, they all are there for a reason. That way I always have grease whenever I need it. So I guess for now I will just use this one in the Excavator, and I'll have to pick up a new grease gun specifically for the rock hammer grease in the future. All right. We got black stuff coming out the end there. So I only found these 2 fittings, 1 and 2. Let's see how they do. Again, I'm sorry I don't have any tripods today. All right, that should work. This also probably has not been greased in a very long time. So it's taking grease. Just gonna put a bunch of pumps in there for now. I don't want to over grease it and like blow any seals out. Come on. Okay. There's one. Okay, I'm starting to see stuff come out the bottom, like right over here. I don't know if you could see that. Like right over here. So I think we're probably pretty good. Man, I got grease all over the camera. Anyway, I don't know if you could see up there in that seal there, but was pushing some grease out on that backside. So I'm gonna say probably good for right now. But everybody said to just, you know, keep this thing greased like once an hour, maybe twice an hour even. It did indicate in the service manual that I looked up that grease points would be indicated by these stickers. Well, they're all worn away, but there is one pointing there and this one pointing there. I didn't come across any other ones like that. I mean, I'm sure these were stickers like saying the model or whatever, but it's not pointing to any grease fitting. So I think there's only 2 on there. So should be good. We can go try this thing out. Well, all right, this is the rock that I need to basically make smaller. This is what I did in about 10 minutes. So let's see what we got. All the broken rock, just push it away. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Big chunk. thing about running these things, but it's my impression that you just kind of work it around different spots, and then eventually you make enough cracks where a big chunk pops out. All right, guys, we are making some major progress here. I mean, I just did this in, I don't know, I've had the camera running for 25 minutes, it says, but I don't think all of that was just hammering, but like, look at this. It's amazing. This rock, I mean, the goal is to get it back to like this line. So you can see, that's kind of where I've been focusing, and we're getting there. We are getting there. So that is awesome. I wish I had a blower or something to blow this off, but we're doing good. That's all the time I got for right now. Sarah and I are actually going sailing on my buddy's family's big sailboat. I think it's like a 46-foot sailboat on the Long Island Sound here. So I gotta go inside, but when we get back, if I have time, I'm definitely coming back out here. We're gonna keep tackling this rock. Let's get hammered. All right, so that is what roughly 45 minutes worth of runtime with this hammer has provided me on this rock, which I think is pretty good. Like, this rock used to come out, you know, it's missing that whole corner, you can see. We are almost down to the grade of the road down here. Got a ways to go up here, but now that it's exposed, I can see like all the shelves that I've kind of made and flat spots that I can put the chisel and hopefully keep shaving this puppy down. But we're getting there. We are getting there. All right, we are almost there. This is coming out really good. That was just like another 15-20 minutes. So we have like less than 2 hours actually working on this invested. I just had a pretty cool idea. Since this is almost coming out like, you know, grade level, it would be cool to kind of leave this area exposed to like show, you know, how much rock I took off. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I'm gonna try and like smooth face this off a little bit so it's more of like a straight line, this like hump here. But everywhere else I'd say it's pretty good, because I mean, keep in mind we are gonna bring in millings and stuff to top dress all this, so the grade is going to rise, but I think we're really, really close. All right, I just noticed a hydraulic leak here. See this fitting for the aux? It's really loose for some reason. I mean, it's really hot, but this one is nice and tight, not leaking at all. This one's loose, so it's kind of a pain in the butt because this fitting is too big to fit right next to this. So I needed this 45, which is fine, it makes it easier. But in order to tighten that, I need to take this off completely. So kind of a pain, but I think we're gonna have to do that and put some, you know, pipe dope on there. Okay, just relieve the pressure. Okay. So got that. Now see, you just can't, it's tough to tighten this. Now the issue is this thing doesn't have enough clearance to spin, I don't believe, on boom. Yeah, and see where it's tight. Can't really tighten it anymore. So I think we got to take this one off too. Okay, I am pretty confident in that. The tightness there. That seal should be much better now. Okay, I think we should be pretty good now. Hopefully this will go back in. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so that's fixed, at least for now, I think. This side's nice and dry, so I'm not going to do anything to that. Just did about another 20 minutes of hammering, and everything is dry. Oh, we have a drip there, but I think that's remnants of, oh, actually, that might be leaking out of right there. It's a little wet right there. Might have to tighten that up, but we're doing good. Gotta blow this puppy off. Alright guys, I think we are at the point that I am ready to kind of call it, at least for now on this. If you look, we are well below the grade, the existing grade around the rock, and we still have to taper back this whole side, the high side, once we get that tilt bucket working and functional. And then I'm going to take that stuff and put it on this low side. There's kind of a low spot here anyway, so I'm thinking the whole grade of the road is kind of going to be raised up in this whole spot anyway, because this is where that big oak stump was, and when I dug it out, we moved a lot of dirt, so it kind of got low here. But my plan is to utilize some of this stuff that we're going to shave off on the side to kind of build it back up. So I don't really think I need to go much lower here. Maybe a little bit here, we'll kind of see, but I could always throw the hammer back on. This thing has worked great. I mean, I don't really have anything to compare it to, but compared to like drilling holes and using like Dexapan, like some people said, or trying to dig it out and like displace, I don't think I was gonna dig this rock out no matter what. I never found the end of it. This is a big rock. It's like solid granite, I think it is. It is not like the shale or stuff, you know, they have out in Pennsylvania. This is New England, classic New England potato, ground potato, and it is hard stuff. But that little hammer, you know, we made big chunks and a lot of dust, but we got it shaved off. I mean, this is a huge difference, so I'm super stoked. I just measured from the edge of the rock where it, you know, starts to taper down, like right about here, to over here, the edge of the road. We got exactly 12 feet. So if we hadn't have done that, we would have been right about here at the edge of the rock, and we would have had about 8.5, 9 feet. So that made a big difference. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. All right, I got a couple rocks over here that have always been in my way for this parking area. This one and that one. So we're gonna hopefully take care of them. All right, that was pretty easy. That took like 10 minutes and I went around hammering the stuff smaller. So that rock should not be an issue anymore. Now we're gonna come over here to this one. It sticks out.
son, Cub Scout troop, is selling beef sticks. They know their neighbor well. That's probably his biggest sale. He just dropped them off. I ordered them like a month ago. Pretty good. This one's original smoked hickory. Perfect little snack.
If you've run one of these hammers on a machine this size, should I be looking into getting a new chisel for it with a point? I was told that these blunt ones are good for concrete and rock because they kind of send out like a shock wave in the area, but I'm thinking maybe one with a point might be a little more effective. I'm not really sure, so drop a comment down below, let me know. Well, all right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap this here video up. Finally accomplished my goal of getting this rock to the point where I could easily drive by it with enough clearance, on either side for this road to allow, adequate width so that I'm not shooting myself in the foot and having to go back later. As you can see, we hammered off quite a bit of stone that we pushed down into the hole. But this is a huge difference. And I gotta say, again, I don't have much to compare it to, but for, a small mini excavator like this is, and this is a small mini excavator in the world of mini excavators, that thing did a great job, especially for having been sitting, not used for like 10 to 15 years, to be able to fire it up, get the right hydraulic couplers, weld on the Kubota ears, and just put it straight to use with a little bit of grease. I am very happy, and I am extremely happy to have that thing as part of my arsenal of tools and attachments and pieces of equipment. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Helps out the channel more than you would know. If you got any questions, comments, or feedback, drop a comment down in that comment section. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing. That also helps out the channel. But for now, I think that's gonna about wrap this one up. Sarah Hayes and I are going out for a little happy hour, family time happy hour. That's about the only time we can go out to a restaurant based on our son's Hayes' schedule that will allow. So you know what? We'll get some cheap drinks and quick bites of food, and then come on home, put them to bed. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. We'll see you here next time.